The owners of empty properties could have to pay double the council tax due on them, Philip Hammond announced yesterday. Currently, councils can levy a premium of up to 50% on residential properties they classify as lying empty. Yesterday, the Chancellor handed authorities the power to increase this empty homes council tax premium to 100%, doubling the bill. The premium applies to both vacant houses and flats, to dissuade property investors from allowing homes to sit empty while many struggle to find somewhere to live. Earlier this year, it was reported that tycoons, foreign royalty and oligarchs were leaving properties empty in the London borough where the Grenfell Tower fire left scores homeless. File photo. Empty is typically defined as a property that is substantially unfurnished and has been unoccupied for 2 years or more. Periods during this time when the property has either been occupied or furnished for 6 weeks or less are disregarded. At the time of the Grenfell disaster there were calls for several lavish, but empty, London properties to be opened up so that affected residents could be housed. Several are owned by wealthy foreigners who have not yet renovated the properties in order to move in. These include the Grade 2 listed Hanover Lodge, on the edge of Regent's Park in London, which is owned by Russian billionaire Andrei Gokariku. He also owns another Grade 2 listed property in central London's Eaton Square that lies empty. The disused Brompton Road tube station in Kensington also remains vacant after being bought for £53 million by Ukrainian oligarch Dmytro Firtash in 2014. It is a similar tale with Duke's Lodge, in Holland Park, owned by Duke's Lodge London Limited, an offshore company that is part of property developer Christian Candy's empire. Newly built Vauxhall Tower overlooking the Thames contains flats reportedly bought by 130 foreign buyers, with many appearing barely occupied. A £51 million penthouse flat is said to be ultimately owned by the family of a former Russian senator, Andrei Gurevich. Lower down is a £2.7 million flat owned by Ibadami Bigo, a former Nigerian government minister. Earlier this year, it was reported that tycoons, foreign royalty and oligarchs were leaving properties empty in the London borough where the Grenfell Tower fire left scores homeless. There were said to be more than 1,500 unoccupied homes in Kensington and Chelsea. Mr. Hammond said yesterday, "I want to address the issue of empty properties. It cannot be right to leave property empty when so many are desperate for a place to live, so we will legislate to give local authorities the power to charge a 100% council tax premium. We will also launch a consultation on barriers to longer tenancies in the private rented sector and how we might encourage landlords to offer them to those tenants who want the extra security." Despite the rise in the premium, experts said the likely target of the policy, foreign owners of unoccupied homes in London, were unlikely to sell or rent their properties because of what would be a relatively small increase in tax. Council taxes on the most expensive homes in Kensington and Chelsea would be about £4,300 a year if the local authority doubled the charge for unoccupied properties.